Well, it's Monday night, and I want to welcome everybody to this is Facebook Live. This is Knightline on Facebook and YouTube. My name is Rick Fletcher. Jerry Middleton is indisposed at the moment, but we do expect him back in the studio at any point in time. Here, my guest host is Don Tincher. Don, thank you very much.
No problem. Glad to be here.
And they can find you on Facebook, Press Room Pass, or
Yes.
whatever that iteration of that is. You keep us up to date on all the Wayne County sports. So.
Try to do all of the scores and keep up with things.
Well, we try, and I try to give you the information that I have.
You've helped me. You can't do this alone.
No,
So,
and I want to say that right now. If you're an athletic director, and we have athletic directors that do watch our show, if you're from a school affiliated or even not affiliated, if you're just a parent, if they can just send you scores,
anything would be great. I'm looking forward to, because I start as the Tri-Eastern Conference business manager here pretty soon. And so I'll be starting to go to the meetings with all those athletic directors. So that'll be kind of cool.
Yeah, so send them the scores, especially things like swimming and wrestling.
Anything that anybody has, you can send to me, Wayne County Sports Report @gmail.com, and we're in good shape.
All right, so that's the plug. Now, we got to say the obvious here, the Packers lost this weekend.
And like you called me this afternoon, this was what I was wearing. I didn't plan this, but it is... the Northeastern green and whatnot, but
so it kind of goes.
It does, and I've been through enough of it that I do have 2 Super Bowls since I've been alive, so it's not totally frustrating.
Hey, at least you found your quarterback, right?
Yeah, I think so. I feel like we did.
Like I told you off air, I'm a Patriots fan. We were just a few years ago at the top of the mountain. Now we're down in the valley.
Yeah.
And guess what? Nobody feels sorry for me. I can't get any sympathy.
Well,
out there.
and growing up, my team was in the valley a lot. So when I was a lot younger, so there was a lot of suffering going on.
Well, the moral of that story is enjoy the good times because the bad times are right around the corner.
There's no question about that.
All right, well, what's going on tonight on our show? Big week this week. We'll talk about girls and boys basketball. Girls had their sectional draw, and the boys basketball, they're in the midst of their conference run here. Wrestling, big week for wrestling. The Tri-Eastern Conference Championships were this past weekend. Right. Some success for our Knights. Plus, we have sectionals coming up this weekend at Centerville, so we'll talk about that here in a second. And we're going to be talking damsels.
Yes.
Brianna J is here with us. She's going to be our special guest in our next segment, and she's the expert. She's going to tell us all about what's going on with damsels. She is a Northeastern grad and a former damsel. And she was a damsel when my daughter was a damsel.
Okay.
So I got to know her back then, and a lot of fun as a parent. I'm one of those parents where I go to all the stuff, right?
Yes.
I go to the performances. I help out with the props. I go to the practices. I might share my opinion with the coach every once in a while. Of course, they're always asking for it, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We talked about that earlier.
Yep.
So.
No, and my son was in the high school band. He was an athlete that played soccer and baseball and track.
Okay.
And
he was able to fit band in.
And he was able to fit band in, and actually he's an Eagle Scout, so he was able to cram a whole bunch of stuff in. So but he was in some school plays over time, and
Boy,
and
Dad
also,
was busy back in the day, wasn't
he? We were very busy, and he's done well.
All right, let's talk about wrestling right now. The Knights, they had some champions.
Yes, three champs and 2 more that made the finals.
Yeah,
so,
Heather Kroll. I mean, what can we say about Heather? She's undefeated.
I watched her wrestle earlier this year, and I'm amazed.
Yeah.
Just watching what she does and how she just takes care of things, and always seems to be in control, which she may or may not feel that way, and her dad, coach, may not feel that way, but it sure looks that way.
It sure does to me too. She's technically And we're not wrestling experts
No,
here.
I would not claim to be.
But boy, I tell you what, as a technical wrestler, she's got it going on.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not brute strength. There's a lot of technique that goes into wrestling, and it seems like Heather's really, progressed to the point, or she has been,
Right.
that she's a very sound technical wrestler. So a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, and I saw her run cross country this year.
Yeah.
You could just tell that there was something different about her.
Yeah, I
as
think,
far as her
well,
abilities and that kind of thing.
I think she's maturing
Yes.
physically, and she had a great cross country season, and now that's going right on into wrestling.
Right.
Another champion, a conference champion, Zane Snyder at 215. So congratulations to Zane. I love watching Zane wrestle. I really do, because there's no quit in him. Now,
Right.
he's not the only one.
Right.
But he won the championship, so he gets the props here.
Exactly.
No quit, whether he's out on the wrestling mat or if he's playing football, which is another sport that he does.
Right.
Okay.
And having covered a lot of Tri-Eastern Conference wrestling meets over the year and sectionals and whatnot, it's tough.
Yeah.
You get to stand on the podium and win something. It's quite an accomplishment.
Yeah, it sure is. Another champion in the heavyweight division was Michael Henderson. I think he's the defending champion. I think Heather and Michael, I think they're both defending champions. Michael's had a great year. I think he's lost maybe a couple matches all year. So he's got some high hopes as we head into sectionals. And really, if you talk to his coaches, he really started taking off in the middle of his sophomore year. Had almost, I think he had one or two defeats last year, and I think it's about the same this year. So he's had a very successful wrestling career, and looking toward sectionals this weekend for him. Well, we had some second place finishes, which means you got to the championship round.
Right.
Okay?
And that's still quite an accomplishment. And also, like, if you do that in the tournament, you get to continue on.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, in some cases, maybe a do-over. If you felt like you made a mistake in something or whatever, you can still advance. So
yeah, there is a potential we'll see some rematches this week.
Yes,
this
no
weekend.
question.
Okay. So Olivia Kroll, Heather's younger sister, she's only a freshman. She finished second. She's had a tremendous year. She's in the 115 class, I believe.
Right.
So congratulations to her. Thane Berger, if you talk about Thane, what I like about Thane is 100% effort in whatever he does. Okay? Now, he might not always win, but I tell you, it's not for a lack of effort.
Right.
And whether it's wrestling, he also plays football, I know. And so there he is. He's an offensive tackle or offensive lineman at 160 pounds or 170 pounds.
That's not an easy task.
That's not an easy task. And the guy in front of him is about 240, okay? But you know what? There's no quitting him. So it's a lot of fun watching Thane. So congratulations to him. He's looking forward to sectionals. And Caleb Coey, another wrestler. He's in the 190 weight class. And so he's runner-up. So a good performance by Caleb also.
Right.
So I want to congratulations to all you guys and all the wrestlers and all the champions from all the other schools.
Yeah.
Okay?
Well, and third place finish.
Third place finish for the
Knights,
team.
so
That's a good finish. Centerville's kind of dominated, and it's been like 6 times in a row.
Right.
And they got a Hall of Fame coach over there,
Yes.
so they're kind of the factory right now. They've got really going on in wrestling. With Mike Day over there running that program for a long time, and you got to admire that, really.
Oh yeah, no question. And he and I've known each other. Our sons grew up together.
Yeah, okay.
So I've seen a lot of Mike Day and wrestling over the years.
Oh,
so
yeah.
It's been fun.
Yeah, so his teams are always going to be competitive. So congratulations to them. Second place went to Winchester, and the Knights were in third. Out of 9 teams, not a bad showing. So congratulations. Big week this week. We'll be at Centerville, the Knights Broadcasting Network. We'll be broadcasting the sectional at Centerville I'll be there. Jeff Matthews, the old Union County coach, he's going to be color commentary.
Oh, wow.
And
you'll have a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, well we did it last year together.
Yes.
And so he's back for an encore, and he's very knowledgeable, and that's what he is, the content expert. Okay,
right. Yep.
He knows how to run the mat track and how to follow that through, and so we're going to rely on him a lot. So, and our hope is, this is our second year of broadcasting wrestling. Wrestling's difficult to broadcast, but what we really like to do, Don, is when we do these things, we like to showcase the athletes or the coaches.
Right.
So we'll be looking to interview some of the various wrestlers, that not necessarily just from Northeastern, but from various, at least from Wayne County, if we can get that flavor. Because I know there'll be other people watching.
Yes, you'll probably have quite a few.
Yeah, they watch the broadcast. So, we'd like to, wherever those performances are coming from, that's what we like to spotlight.
Yeah, should be fun.
So that gets off at about probably 8:50 in the morning with our coffee and donut. 8:55 we'll be on the air. Everything starts out at 9. Provided everything is going smoothly.
Right, yes.
We're over, and that is at Centerville, and Shane Osting is great to work with. He's very accommodating, so I appreciate him and, the help that he's able to give us. We go over there, he treats us like kings. Hospitality room is always great, but what do you need?
Right.
That's his attitude.
And Shane I've known Shane a long time, and that's what you would expect from him. He's great.
All right, so good luck to the Knights, and good luck to all the area wrestlers, all the conference wrestlers that are going to be in this sectional right here. We'll bring that action to you on Saturday. All right, we're going to take a break. We're going to hear from our gold level sponsors, and when we come back, we'll have Brianna J. She's the director of the Danzels. You're watching Knightline Live, and this is the Knights Broadcasting Network.
At Kate's Family Eye Care, we value a family-friendly atmosphere, offering high-quality eye exams. Our expert staff utilizes the latest techniques in eye care. We have a large selection of affordable glasses that are unique to our area. We are proud supporters of the Northeastern Knights and wish all the teams the best of luck.
Go Knights!
13,000 feet has a way of testing a man's soul. After all, you were never meant to take on such an endeavor. That long drop is what separates human from superhuman. That fear is the only enemy, the only thing keeping you from feeling that power in your bones. And here we are, right here, right now. Let's fly.
You're good at motivation, we're good at your insurance. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
KOA Exit 151A, registration and the general store. It's a family-owned campground with pull-through parking for RVs or travel trailers with full hookups. Rent a cabin. Relax at one of the fire pits or picnic by the pond. A playground for the kids, or get in around the golf before dinner. Take a water-soaking hayride, lay out by the pool, and then take a dip.
Do you have a big event coming up soon? Dejo Photos has you covered. Check us out on Facebook. We are professional photographers who strive to capture all of your special moments, such as family portraits, senior photos, live action sports, graduations, and so much more. If you don't think photos are important, wait until they are all you have left. Contact us via email at info@dejophotos.com or call us at 765-277-0047. Dejo Photos, capturing memories one photo at a time.
Coming together every day to make a difference for you, for me, and everyone in between. Because at Dot Foods, when we celebrate each other's differences and work together to make the community a better place, we become great together. At Dot Foods, what matters to you matters to us, where communities matter. Dot Foods.
Welcome back to Knightline Live, brought to you by Astral Industries. They are our main sponsor of Knightline. I forgot to mention that in our first segment, and you know, I'm still a rookie, Don. I'm not a veteran like you are. So we appreciate Astral Industries. And Lynn, if you need a job, because they're looking for people, they provide great pay and great benefits. So go on up to Lynn. They're right on 27. You can't miss them. It's the big place in the middle of town. So, all right, we are pleased and honored here to have Brianna J. here, Damsel's director.
Yep.
Appreciate you coming and joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Well, all right. So let's give us a little bit of your background. Most people watching this know you.
Yeah.
Okay, but for those that don't, there might be some. Tell us a little bit about your background as a damsel, because you're a Northeastern grad and a damsel grad. So tell us about how you got to this place where now you're the director of damsels.
Well, so I joined the color guard team back in 2016.
Okay,
Yep.
Going back, you were just a youngster back
Yes,
there. Okay.
yes. And I marched all the way up to 2019, which was my graduation year. So I marched 4 seasons of summer and 4 seasons of winter. And I was helping on and off after I graduated
Okay.
with Tracy Ross. And then I helped with some summer as well. And so when the job title came open, I was like, I might as well, you know. I've been helping ever since I graduated, and I love the sport. So,
All right.
yeah.
Yeah, so what is the appeal? All right, and I've told Don this earlier off the air, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an ex-damsel dad, all right,
Yes.
and I was a participant, okay? In other
Yes.
words, I like to go to the practices and you know, all that kind of stuff. So my question is, you know, what is it you look for when you're forming a damsel team? Yeah, what are the things? What are the traits you're looking for?
A lot of the traits is big for me is positivity.
Okay.
So I really love a team that has positive energy, that's willing to work with each other, that is also very determined. So they want to better their goals, like that kind of stuff. So
Now, do you teach them? I mean, throwing those flags, especially when the wind is blowing, all right?
it's not fun.
All right, and those rifles,
Oh, yeah.
okay? That you just don't get out of bed in the morning and all of a sudden you're an expert on that, right?
No.
So if there's a young girl out there, I mean, they're thinking about that, okay?
Oh, yeah.
I can never do that, all right? So how is it, how do you bring them from green to glory, okay?
Well, see, we have our class now at
Okay.
Northeastern. We
All
have a color guard dance class. So basically,
As a regular school class during
yes,
the day, okay?
yes, during the day. So
And is that
got
you?
added.
You teach that?
I teach that.
Okay, all right.
Yes. So a lot of the girls that have joined that class, they have really showed a lot of interest. Like they were very unsure about, you know, flags and
Right.
rifles and
Yeah.
stuff like that at first. But once they got a flag in their hand, they realized, you know what, this is actually really interesting and stuff like that. So right now they're learning how to do the basics, so drop spins, but basically a lot of practice is where it gets you.
Yeah, you just got to work at
Yes.
it, right?
Something you have to be determined and have patience with for sure.
Yeah, because not
Yes.
only is it a flag and a rifle, also the saber,
The saber, yeah.
and which to me is the most dangerous.
Yeah, that one can be
Yeah, that
scary.
one's a little tricky there, I would
Well,
think.
Yeah.
I tell you, you really, you know, that thing spins in the air, and I'm not kidding about the wind too. I've seen it down at State
Yeah.
Fair. That wind gust kicks up, and you never know when it's going to happen. All of a
Yep.
sudden, the flag goes that way.
Yep. Well, Tracy Ross, when I used to do it, we used to stand outside and throw in the wind, and that's how we had to learn.
Yeah.
Like, you got to feel the wind, and so if you feel the wind pulling this way, you have to release a little farther out, so Yeah.
And not only are you doing that, Brianna, but it's the step 1, 2, 3, 4, wherever you're supposed to be, right?
Yeah.
While you're trying to figure out the wind direction, and you got
Yeah.
a meteorologist over here.
Exactly.
You know, winds out of the northwest at
Yes.
13 miles an hour.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not just talent and being able
No.
to dance, then, right?
Yeah. There's a lot to it.
all right. So go ahead, Don.
How do you teach that?
How do I teach it?
Yeah, I mean, because I used to be a basketball coach,
Yeah.
and there were things that people would come to you with a certain level of skill, and you
Yes.
have to mesh all of that together.
Yes.
How do you teach that skill to?
So since I started teaching, I've noticed like you will always notice like some kids will pick things up quicker than others. So first you start off with the basics. You want to go and show them, and then you want to keep like trying and trying. So once they keep doing their drop spins and stuff, like the basic stuff I was talking about, you'll be able to tell who's gonna have it and who's not yet. But normally the ones that on the who not yet, they end up getting to that point too,
Right.
because they're all determined to practice.
Right.
So for me teaching it, it's a lot of patience. You gotta have a lot of patience, because even though if you want it to like boom now, it's not that kind of activity or sport. So teaching, you have to be patient. You definitely have to encourage and keep the positivity environment.
And then that would, I guess, change the routines you do.
Yes.
I mean, but you have to base your routines.
Yes.
Like me as a basketball coach has to base what we do offensively, defensively on
Yes.
my team. You would have to do kind of the same thing.
Exactly.
This is going to be an easier routine, and you want to work into a harder, more difficult situation.
So you always want to start, at the lower level, the basics, and then as you start increasing, that's when the work of the equipment and dance levels start to increase. So right now we're at, learning level with the class, which is great, which they're all doing great already, and it's been only, I think, 3 weeks of school maybe, I'm not even sure.
So this
yeah.
started at the beginning of the semester.
Yes,
this time.
they're
Okay.
doing great. So and I have 9 girls wanting to try out. So
Wow.
yeah, so we got a lot of positive things looking up for us.
Well, okay, so
Yeah.
let's talk about that. We've had a nice history of damsels in band,
Yes,
okay? You
yes.
kind of put them together because they're performing together
Yeah.
usually. We've had a little bit of a lull here. We've had different directors come and go. So what do we got? What are we doing? Like Winter Guard was always a big thing.
Yes.
Okay. Now it takes money and it
Oh,
takes
yeah.
commitment. I mean,
Yes.
you just don't. And you guys usually travel quite a
A lot,
ways.
yes.
On Saturdays, you're
Yes.
off to wherever you're going. So where are we, or are we anywhere toward restoring like the Winter Guard program? And
So the reason why we didn't get to do Winter Guard this season is because it costs about 20 to 25K.
yeah, I know.
For
yeah.
a show, which people don't realize it comes with a writer of the show, music copyrights, equipment, a tarp, costumes, props. There's a lot, and it adds up quick. That's one thing I feel like people don't understand about the music department. It adds up quick.
Yeah,
Yes.
and I know it does.
Yes.
You guys, back when you were a damsel,
Yes.
always raising money.
Oh, yeah.
That was part of the program.
Yep.
Tracy Ross, the former director,
Yes.
who was here for quite a while.
Oh, yeah.
And she was the captain of that ship as she brought a lot of
Yes.
teams through.
Yes.
You guys were always having to raise money to do that, and I know it costs.
Yeah.
Which leads me to something else, Brianna. When you put together a show,
Mm-hmm.
okay, it's not just you putting together the show.
Yeah.
What are all the pieces that go, and who are the people that are involved?
So definitely when it comes to like our summer season, winter season,
Right.
we have other staff members that come in. So like Chris Frigg, you
Right.
remember him? He is
And he doesn't work for free, right?
No, he does not work for
Okay,
free.
so
No,
that's part of the raising money.
No, raising money. He's not free. He's from Indy, and he is a judge from all across the United States. He
Yeah.
goes everywhere.
And what does he do typically?
So what he does is he writes and designs shows.
Okay.
So he creates the music. So basically with music you have to shorten it and stuff like that. He also writes rifle and flag work. So you'll see like girls dancing with their equipment and stuff like that. He writes that. He writes the drill. So the girls have a specific area they have to hit on the floor when they do their routine and stuff like that. And so he writes the drill and everything like that. So he puts everything together, and then I am a big cleaner. So
Okay.
I'm the one that has to make sure his story comes alive.
All right. So,
So-
is there like a playbook you get, or?
Phew, I wish.
All right. So what does Chris give? Does he give you just like a video of something?
No, he actually is very generous to come all the way from Indy to here, and he'll come at nighttime.
And he'll install the show for you.
Yes,
All right. So
yes.
you're actually doing the show that he's put together,
Yes,
and that
and I'm working with him to do it all.
and he
yeah.
physically puts it together
Yep.
for you.
He shows
Wow.
me what to do with equipment, piece of equipment, and I have to learn it, and then I teach it. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
I've also noticed in the past you have other members that you
Yeah.
bring in, like choreographers
Yes.
and that. So what
Yes.
does the choreographer do in relation to? It seems complicated
Yeah.
to us on the outside. It seems complicated. Okay, so choreographer will do what?
So a choreographer, they write movement. So like it can either be like a dance routine, or it can just be simple like lyrical things as well.
Okay.
So with sorry, my bad. I can't even pronounce that word.
I don't even know what you just said.
Choreographer.
We're sitting over here
Choreographer.
stunned and amazed. We have no idea what you just said.
Choreographer?
Yes.
There we go,
Thank
yes.
you,
Choreographer,
thank you. But yes, so it's honestly too kind of hard to explain it because there's just so many pieces to the puzzle.
Right.
Everybody has their part, and everybody's part when it's completed, it's just like a complete puzzle.
Yeah, and
So-
a lot of times in the past I've seen the choreographer,
Yeah.
whoever that may be, just working, might be with just one individual to
Yeah.
get the dance move down or
Yes.
whatever move that they're
Yes.
trying to achieve. Here's an interesting thing that I've always amazed me about damsels is timing. All right,
yeah.
I mean that's a huge part of it. You know, when you guys do the rifle throws or
Mm-hmm.
whatever or the rifle routines or the saber or even the flag routines, you got to be spot on with your timing or else it
Yes.
looks strange. Is
Yes.
that so?
So basically, when you start off like teaching newcomers, is finding the beat of the music.
Mm-hmm.
So you always hear like a beat, like a tempo to the music, and that's what we count off of. So we get work that's written by like 8, like one set of 8s or 2 sets of 16. So when you do the show, you have to remember the work that is written in with the 8 or 16. So with the music, you'll find that beat, and that's when you'll count. You'll go, 1, 2, 3, and that's when you'll know which spot you have to hit with your flag and rifle. So when it comes to cleaning, it takes a lot of time because you have
Cleaning is what now?
Cleaning, okay. So you have to make sure everybody knows what point to hit on. So like
Okay.
if the flag has to be here on count 1, everybody has to make sure they're there. Because
Okay.
if you're not there on 1,
It
say
doesn't
you're,
look good at all.
No,
It looks terrible.
it doesn't add up.
Yeah,
So yes.
See, Don, you're never going to watch damsels again the same
No,
way.
I thought counting 1 to 8 would be easy, right?
Yeah.
No.
Well, remember they got wind factors going on.
Exactly,
They
yeah.
got
Yeah.
north out of the northwest at
Yes.
15 miles an hour, and they got to watch their reports and that type of
Yeah.
thing. All right, so give us a little taste. I'm assuming summer band.
Yes.
You'll be doing summer band. We do
Yep.
summer band around here.
Yep, which summer band, we're working on a theme right now.
Okay.
I know it doesn't start till June, but we're starting to work on some themes
Getting a little
that
head
we
start.
want.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So we're getting that all figured out, and yeah.
All right. Now, in the past, I've seen anywhere between 10 and 20 damsels, roughly.
Yeah.
But a lot of it, when you were around, it's usually like
Yep.
15 to 20.
Yeah.
There are quite a few
It
of them.
was.
So, do you prefer more or fewer, or what are you looking for?
I would like to add some more onto the team,
Okay.
which I did mention that there's 9 girls that are wanting to try out.
Okay.
Hopefully, maybe more.
Okay.
As because school just started
Yeah.
not too long ago.
Okay. Well,
Back up.
if they're watching this,
Yes,
right?
if they're watching.
Is it too late? It's not too late.
It's
is it?
not too late, I don't think.
Yeah.
But we'll have open gyms that anybody can join. So
Okay.
yeah, we'll have that posted when we can. It'll probably be in spring.
Okay.
April.
And as you prepare for summer.
Summer.
All
Yes. Yep.
So, is there a plan next winter for Winter Guard? Is
So-
that your hope and dream, or I
Yes.
start sending these checks in cash right now?
Oh yes. No. So we've been doing a lot of fundraising because,
Okay.
like I said, Winter Guard is $20,000 to $25,000.
It's expensive.
Yes.
Even summer band's expensive
Oh
too.
yeah.
Yeah.
About around the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we've been fundraising like crazy. So if anybody wants to help us out on that, I appreciate it.
Send the money. Don't even
Yes.
ask. Just send
Yes.
it. You
But
know.
we got a kids camp. We got a cornhole tournament coming up. The cornhole tournament is February 6th.
Okay. Where's that
So-
going to be?
It's in the middle school gym at Northeastern High School.
Okay.
So in the middle school gym, and it's going to take place during a boys basketball game.
Okay.
So yeah, so
All
if
right.
anybody likes cornhole, come on out.
Who doesn't like
I know,
cornhole?
$15 to play, but you get a chance to win a $100 gift card, Visa gift card.
Hey,
So,
you can't beat that with a
Yep.
stick. I tell you
yeah,
what.
and if you also have kiddos, we got a dance camp coming up March 9th.
All right.
So-
So in the past, you've had 8th graders. Is
Yep.
that as kind of as low as you go? As you'll have 8th graders if they're
Yes.
mature enough to do
Yes.
like summer band. And,
Yep, which we have a lot of 8th graders in our class right now, and right now they're all doing really well. So
Okay. All right.
I have a lot of good things going.
You want to start them young, don't you?
Yes, start them young, give them more experience.
All right. Do you have any other questions?
I think I'm good. This
Yeah.
has been enlightening.
You learned a lot,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
See,
No
this is
question.
Don, if you stick around, you're going to learn things you never knew existed.
That is very true.
All right, so February 6th.
Yep.
Let's do some cornhole.
Yep.
Okay, $15 goes to a good cause. If you got money laying around, and who doesn't have an extra couple of $1,000s, just bring it on over to Brianna, and she will gladly take it. You take cash, by the way?
I take cash.
No questions asked. Okay.
Cash and check.
No forms to fill out. No IRS wondering where you're at. Just bring that money in. If you need a barrel, let us know. We'll find one for you. But it's a work. I know as someone who loves this stuff, it is fun. I mean,
is.
Oh, and the role of parents. I always ask this to all the band and the sports coaches.
Yeah.
What role do parents have? Like in summer band and winter guard.
Parents play a big role. They're
Yeah.
the ones that help with, the fundraising. They're the ones that, get the word out there. They help with everything. I have a great group of parents with this team that help work concessions, do any fundraising activities like during school events. They help me with anything they can.
All
So,
right.
yep.
Parents do play a big role
Yes.
when it comes to band and damsels.
Yes.
I tell you what,
Yes.
without parents, you're not doing
Nope.
anything.
You need somebody to carry the props.
Yeah.
Get everything set up. So
Yeah, those people if you go to the grandstand at State Fair, those people riding the four-wheelers,
Yep.
bringing all that big stuff out there, those are all parents.
They are.
And they don't get paid. They're
No.
all volunteers, and you know what? They've been there all summer too. So
Yes.
I know how that works, but I can guarantee you one thing: you will build memories for a lifetime.
You will.
And I'm right on that, aren't
Yes,
I?
you are.
All right, Brianna. Hey, appreciate it.
Thank
Good luck. We wish you the best. Hopefully, we'll get back out on that Winter Guard circuit,
Yes.
and get that back going for next year. Hey, it is a lot of fun. It's a lot of work. If you're a girl that wants to be a damsel, or anybody who wants to be a
Yep.
damsel, you're gonna work. Okay,
Yes.
it's not sitting around having jollies with your friends. It is work. I can promise you that. So, come see Brianna, and there's some evaluation that goes on. You figure
Yeah.
out where they're at in their skill
Yeah.
level, and then you go from there.
Yep.
All right, that's Brianna J. She's the director of Damsels. We appreciate her coming on. So we're going to take a break. We're going to go to hear from our sponsors. You're watching Knightline, and we are live.
Coming together every day.
Dreaming of having more space? With a mortgage from First Financial, you're golden. We keep things simple with friendly, personalized service from application to closing. We'll help you find the right mortgage loan to fit your unique needs. Plus, you can qualify for relationship pricing with an eligible checking account. And since we live in the communities we serve, you can count on our local knowledge to make sure the pieces fall into place for an on-time closing. So stop dreaming and start moving with First Financial Bank.
First! Harmon sheds are custom built to your specifications and needs. But wait, there's more! Harmon sheds build privacy fences, decks for your pool, beautifully designed decks for all around your home, and detached pavilions. Let Joe and the crew do all the work, so all you need to do is relax.
This is Rick Fletcher. When my car needs repair, I take it to 715 Simharjan Parkway in Richmond, home of Knuckle Busters. With their ASE certified technicians, why would you go anyplace else? They repair domestic and imports, air conditioners to Z-bars. Knuckle Busters Auto Repair. Call 765-488-1470 and tell them to go Knights!
Are you being bugged about your floral needs? The Leaning Lily, 927 South 9th, is a full-service florist with lots of great gift ideas like wind chimes, potted plants, hanging baskets, teddy bears, and much, much more. Convenient delivery available to residential, the hospital, and local funeral homes. The Leaning Lily has bouquets to say, I love you, to weddings to say, I do. The Leaning Lily, we have you covered.
Hey there, my name is Gibson and I would love to invite you to LifeSpring Students. That's our youth group at LifeSpring Church, which is just south of Northeastern on 27, and we meet from 7 to 8:30 on most Thursdays, but the doors open at 6:30. It's a great way to get to know more about God, meet some friends, as well as get to know about yourself some more as well. Plus, it's a lot of fun. We usually have some basketball and dodgeball, along with some other activities. And if you want to know more, check out lifespring.tv/students.
Martin's Country Mart, US 27 Fountain City. Swing in and grab a coffee or a frazzle, maybe a fountain drink. At Martin's Country Mart, we also have all your favorite snacks, bottled drinks, and of course, sweet bakery items. Plenty of accessories for dinner. And don't forget the grill menu, covering breakfast, lunch, dinner, and of course, the kids' favorite, pizza. Martin's Country Mart, Fountain City.
All right, welcome back to Knightline, and we're out feeding the outdoor kitties, and look what the cat tracked in.
Yeah.
We found Middleton wandering around. It used to be Mark Kirkhoff, the dearly departed Mark Kirkhoff, off to warmer climates, okay?
You know,
But we found Jerry.
I figured when I came back in here, I looked over and saw Don, I thought, it's just my stand-in double. Now people are really confused.
Oh, well, I'm assuming, Jerry, you were doing athletic director duties.
Yes.
And there were no troubles because you got here in a timely manner. So it's always good when there's no troubles because it's not always that way, is it?
No, it's not always that way. Sometimes it's, well, a little on the crazy side.
All right. Well, let's talk about girls basketball. Girls had a pretty good week. They beat Anderson in a good win.
Yes.
We had that game on the network, Jerry. Really, it was no contest. Came to play and they showed what they can do.
Well, you know, they jumped out to a 10-point lead.
Yeah.
Just like that. and really never looked back. It was one of those games where it was like, it was a game, but it really wasn't a game going on. It was, they just kept getting a little bit here, a little bit there. Now, I will say one thing, is Anderson has that Gabby Douglas.
Good, she's talented.
And that girl is fast.
Yeah, she's very fast, but she's not their only player.
No, she's not their only player.
They had a couple players that we were impressed with.
Yeah.
And so, they're a 4A school. It's always, our record was a little bit spotty when it came to 3A, 4A schools, so it was always good to get just before sectional coming up here next week. Also, the ladies went down to Blue River, took care of them by over 20. Blue River's down a little bit. They've had some great teams there in the last few years, as you probably can attest to, Don.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
They've had some, as a matter of fact, probably 2 or 3 years ago, they were semi-state back when it was one game semi-state.
Right, yeah.
So they've had some success with that team. But, it's always good to beat Blue River. Good thing about that one, I was there on Saturday night, and the second teamers, some of the JV players, got quite a bit of fourth quarter playing time in that one. Mm-hmm. Mama Sadie Gammon got a basket.
All right.
And that brought the crowd to their feet.
I bet.
And the assist was her sister Carrie. So it was fun to watch. Somebody posted that on some social media page. They had that on video. So that was fun to watch.
And it's always good, no matter who you're playing, to win on the road.
Yeah.
That's
It is tougher to go, travel and win. All right, especially when you're playing a team that usually is as equal to you. Mm-hmm. Tough to win. But so a good win by the ladies there down in Blue River. They're 15-6 right now, so that's a good record. Yesterday they had their draw party. Now the last couple of years we've live streamed that. This year was a little different. They had it at Wings and Rings, and so the whole crew got over there. I invited myself over, and they were kind enough to let me come. And I happened to talk to, as we've done in the past, talk to some of the players, some of the senior, juniors, a couple of sophomores that play a lot, and was able to talk to a couple of the coaches. So I've got that put together here in a video. We're going to go to that. I got to do a little disclaimer, though. You know how sometimes we make mistakes, right? Well, we take our mistakes on the road sometimes, and on a couple of these segments with a couple of these, when you're doing 2 at a time, I think I forgot to plug in my microphone, so it might be a little muffled, but I decided we're going to run it anyways. You know what? What did I tell you, Don? We make mistakes. What do we do about it later? We laugh.
You go with it, and you get through it. And, hey, you're at a restaurant, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's not an easy place to do things.
Yeah, and but we thank Wings and Rings. They were very accommodating. We appreciate what they did. So,
well, and Rick, we know whose fault it is.
It's my fault.
No, it's Kayla's fault.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, we blame it on her.
Kayla,
I'll back you up on this.
Kayla, I'm going to take the hit for that one. I think I forgot to plug it in. There's a little plug-in. I don't know what happened. But anyways, we're going to go to that right now. So let's listen to that. It is rather lengthy, so you and I, we're all going to have a chance to chit-chat here. So let's go to that right now, Kayla. All right, we're here at Wings and Rings in Richmond. We're here at the annual draw party for the Northeastern High School girls basketball. I'm here with a couple seniors. That's Moss, Addie Mastriano, and Sadie Gammon. All right, Moss, I'm going to talk to you. You've been down this road before, right? You are the grizzled veteran. That's what you are. What are your feelings as you go into your last sectional? And you got big dreams and big hopes. So talk about that a little bit.
I see our team going really far this year. I have a lot of faith in us. I feel like last year, obviously, new coach, a few new girls, freshmen coming up, stuff like that. I feel like we were just too young at the time, even though maybe we still had a couple junior seniors that might not have still played. I think we're just a lot more experienced, and I think we're ready for the challenge for sure.
All right, Coach, that was a heck of a breakdown right there. I really appreciate it. Sadie, you're the new kid on the block, but you are quickly becoming a fan favorite. What's it been like, going through the year as a senior, first time on the team here? Sometimes we don't know what to say, right?
It's been great, honestly. The girls have been really amazing, and growing with them this year has been by far the most amazing thing ever.
All right, Moss, deserve it. I'm here with seniors Nevaeh Chapman and Justice Slick. All right, Nevaeh, this is your last go-around. You're a veteran now. You've been to a lot of these. What are your thoughts as you're going into your final sectional?
We got it this year. It's definitely this is the team. This is the team to do it.
All right, I got to ask, a little nostalgic here, maybe a little emotional. Is there like a tear in your eye or something a little emotional as you go toward the end of your last season?
No, because I don't think it's going to end anytime soon. I think we still got a little bit.
All right, a lot of confidence from Nevaeh there. That's what I like to see. All right, Justice, it's been a season for you, but you're on the court, and we're happy to see that. So tell us your thoughts as we head into the sectional, and how you're feeling is what I want to know.
I'm feeling pretty good. I have high hopes for the team, and I feel like Nevaeh said, that we can really go far, and I'm super excited to see what happens.
Yeah. So, all right, we all know you had an injury. Is that going to be an issue going forth as we head into the sectionals?
As of right now, I'm feeling pretty good. It's stable, and I don't really see anything going wrong in the near future, so hopefully let's pray nothing happens. But no.
Well, we'll be praying with you, okay, because we want to see you out there. All right, that was Nevaeh. I'm here with two juniors, Ava Mikesella and Ariel Schuler. All right, I want to remind you, Ava, of a conversation that I have. You probably don't remember this, but we were talking one time, and I asked, how you felt about, how things are going, and you said to me, and it stuck out, I hate losing. All right, talk about that and how that drives you as we head toward the sectional issue.
I'm just a very competitive person. Growing up with three brothers just made me really competitive. So I just don't like to lose, but it's like a little drive because I'm ready.
All right, so don't tell your brothers, okay?
Okay.
Hopefully they won't be watching this, but your dad was finally happy he had an athlete in the house when you came along. So that's what he said. All right, Ariel, I want to ask you, you're in the starting lineup this year. This is the first year for you. Give me your thoughts as we head into the sectional this year.
I'm feeling pretty confident so far. This year's definitely a different environment just because we have games this year, especially after losing years. I think everybody's on the same page. We're running the same thing, so we're all on each other.
Rings, and I'm with junior Angie. Cammie, I want to tell you my thoughts. I think you've had a tremendous year. What is your attitude when you take the court? What are you trying to achieve as an individual player for your game?
I really just try to help out the team any way possible, and rebounding, scoring. I'm just trying to possibly get things in the game and play as a team.
I'll tell you what, personally, if I was going up against you trying to get a rebound, I'd want to get away. All right, now we're heading into the sectional. You've been around the last couple of years. You've seen what's happened. What are your thoughts as we're heading into this section?
I just don't think we can underestimate any of the teams. If we try to beat them, I just think we can go in and play our very best, no matter what. Just to play last year. So.
All right, here with Gracie Green and Addie Kircher. All right, Gracie, I want to talk to you. Number one, I think you have a budding career ahead of you in broadcasting. What are your thoughts on that?
Maybe.
A lady of very few words. All right, your role, you come off the bench and you provide energy. All right, you tell me what you think your role is.
My role is to shoot when I'm open, play hard defense, and bring the spark when I go in.
All right, let's talk to the masked one over here. She took a shot to the nose, ended up in the hospital, but boy, that didn't keep her out very long. So I want to ask,
you don't have to wear the mask the rest of the year. And
Yes, I'll have to wear it the rest of the year and maybe even next year for a little bit.
oh, okay, I didn't think it was that serious, but apparently it is. All right, you don't look any worse for wear. I'll tell you that. All right, Addie, you're a sophomore this year. Main part is you're a scorer, right? That's what you do. So give me your thoughts as you head into the sectional and what your approach is going to be.
Well, going in, I know that we're going to have to play as a team, and it's going to take every single one of us. It's not just going to fall on one person to go out and score. It's going to have to be everybody stepping up and doing, playing their game. We just got to play together.
All right, we're going to party. I'm here with head coach Cody Dudley and assistant coach Chad Kircher. Okay, Cody, this is your second go-round here. What are your thoughts as we're heading into a sectional draw?
Yeah, I think we're feeling pretty confident. We're cleaning some things up at the end of our season right now. We still have 2 more games on our schedule, but it'd be nice to know what our path is going to be. I think that'll put the girls at ease. I think they're just feeling confident, ready to go right now.
All right, Chad, I want to ask you, and I'm going to be point blank with you, okay? Is this team ready to take that next step?
They better be. I think, honestly, it's on us. We have to have them ready for the game. So.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'm bringing us back in. This is like a well-oiled machine right here.
Hey,
you bring Don in, the whole thing just falls off the charts.
Well, I'll tell you, Don's been doing his research.
Yes,
while we've been in that little break there, and so Don, bring us up to date. Last time the Knights won a sectional.
2011.
All right, so that's 13 years ago.
Yeah, quite a while ago.
All right,
and we concluded that there were 5 overall sectional championships for Northeastern.
Yeah.
So 2 in the class basketball era, and 2 in the class basketball, 3 in the single class.
Yeah. Okay. All right. See, I don't know the history because I'm not from around here. So now with this team right here, the Knights will play the winner of Union County and Hagerstown. Not to disrespect anybody, but you got to figure at least Union County's going to have the upper hand in that game potentially. Okay. Kind of our nemesis, Jerry. Last couple of years has been Heartache City for the ladies here, and it's been Union County. They are the 2-time defending sectional champions. So I would say you got to say they're the favorites because they're the defending champions. Yeah. So, but the ladies, they come in, they're confident. So they'll play that on Friday night. That'll be the second game. The first game, I believe, is on Wednesday. Is that right?
Tuesday.
First game's on Tuesday. We'll have all those games on the Knights Broadcasting Network. We'll be there. So Jerry and I will have those games for you. The first game on Fridays is 6, and the Knights will play the winner of Union County and Hagerstown in the second contest. And the winners will meet Saturday night for the championship. Do we know what time that game is, Jerry?
7:30.
7:30. All right, so good luck to the ladies' Knights. Get in the gym, all right? You guys can watch the replay later. It's all free for the replays or the live stream, but come on and support your girls. They deserve it. So we're going to take a break. We're going to go to commercials. When we come back, we'll touch on boys basketball. So you're watching Knightline, and it's live.
You've had a hard day at work, and all you want to do is sit in your lounge chair in the nice cool air? Then it hits! The AC's not working. The living room feels like the Sahara Desert. Call Reynolds Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. In just a short time, it'll be nice and cool. And then all you'll need is a sign that says, "No penguins allowed." Call 765-966-0994. Reynolds Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Proud sponsors of the Knights. Did someone say boom, baby? Call Scaretti Pyrotechnics at 765-977-2757. Scaretti Pyrotechnics has performances for birthdays, weddings, school athletic events, other occasions, and of course, the 4th of July. Scaretti Pyrotechnics are proud supporters of Knights Athletics. Boom, baby! Smith, McQuiston, and Webster Funeral Home has proudly served the Fountain City area since 1886. From the time you walk up the steps, Funeral Director Keith Webster's goal is to carry forward the legacy of personal service established by the Smith and McQuiston families. Using modern technology and good old-fashioned attention to detail, we will strive to earn your confidence in us by treating families the way we think we would want to be treated. Smith, McQuiston, Webster Funeral Home. Rick, thank goodness somebody called timeout because I am hungry.
I'm starved, Jerry. Hey, with 3 different Richmond locations and 1 in Hagerstown, there's a Subway sandwich shop near you.
And you can always order off the app for curbside pickup. The drive-thru's always open, and the way that I prefer it, I just like to walk in.
Here's your sub.
Listen, Subway, eat fresh.
Go Knights!
Welcome back to Knightline Live, sponsored by Astro Industries in Lynn. If you're looking for a job or maybe just trying to change your career, call Astro or go online to astro.com on their job site and fill out an application.
Great pay, great benefits, great working environment.
Absolutely.
All right, we appreciate their support. We really do.
Oh yes, absolutely. We appreciate everybody's support.
we really, people have been generous.
I feel like Bartle and James. Thank you for your support.
I got to say, let me just touch on this a little bit, Jerry, while we're on the subject is, people have been generous.
Yes, they have.
I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. I really I'm not going to mention the sponsors. We've run your ads because I'll miss somebody, all right?
Oh, yeah.
But we appreciate all your sponsorship, and, we really, with we have a lot of equipment around here, and we wouldn't be able to have any of this without your support. So we really appreciate that, and I want to give you thanks. So let's talk a little boys basketball.
Lapel came to town on Friday.
Or
was it Saturday? Friday.
No, that was Friday.
Friday
night.
Runs together.
They all run together.
It was a great game.
It was a great ball game.
Yeah.
The Knights had them. They put themselves in a position to win a ball game.
Yeah.
And and sometimes, like Michael Jordan, said that you put yourself in position, sometimes you win, sometimes you don't, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, I'm going to say, and Don, you pipe in, you've seen the Knights play a couple of games here.
Yes.
This team could win a regional game to go to semi-state, or they could lose in the sectionals. I think they're going to be favored in the sectional but they're good. They've got some good pieces around there, a lot of improvement from a lot of players. Trey Van Landingham is really stepping up.
Yep.
Landon Scaretti, he's not the biggest guy in the court, but I tell you, his heart is as big as anything. And so he plays tough. Then you got guys like Day Lundy that comes off the bench. Sam White is really having a great game. And
yes, he is.
Then every once in a while, you get Michael Henry popping in a 3 and standing up for his teammates. I will put that in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so they're fun to watch. All right. Brent is always going to have a competitive team.
Yeah.
He might not win every game, and this year they're 10-6. All right. So there's some losses in there.
Yeah.
They played some tough teams too.
Well, they're trying to get that 15 wins to keep that streak alive.
Right. Yeah. And one thing I can tell you is that they will always be prepared.
Mm-hmm.
There's no question about that, and so it's just a matter of going out and executing and playing hard, and they do that. The execution, that's where that X factor comes in, where it's like, well, okay, we just didn't make a shot.
Yeah.
And sometimes
and that was
happens.
the lapel game right there.
And that happens.
Yeah. And really no shame in lapel's a good team. Okay. They probably play a tough schedule like we play a tough schedule.
Yeah.
Really, if you look back over the season, Jerry, the only game that we really weren't in was the Greenfield Central game.
Yeah.
And all they are is they're undefeated in 4A.
Yeah, they're okay.
And they were real good.
Yeah, they're all right.
Just playing above their head.
So that was the game. We were down but we were fighting.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's all you want to do in those types of games. So LaPel was a good team. That game could have gone either way. That's just the type of game, and you want those tough games. All right, that's what's going to prep you for down the road. As you look forward. Saturday night they went to Blue River. Always competitive games against Blue River. We ended up winning by 19 or 20, but I'll tell you what, it wasn't easy. Not LaPel, but Blue River came out. They want to win. All right, they're having a difficult season right now, and but they wanted to win that game, and they came out and played like it. And we were coming off a tough loss. You always wonder if there's going to be a little letdown. It's natural. It happens to all of us. But after a while, you get in the groove of the game, and the Knights were able to win by 19 or 20 points.
And that does show you where they are, because one of the tougher things that you'll find is you lose at home on a Friday night and have to go somewhere on a Saturday, really no matter who you're playing.
Yeah.
That's not an easy task.
No.
And so they were able to respond to things, and that's a good sign.
Yeah. All right, I think that wraps it up. We're about at we're a little overtime here, but that doesn't bother us. We get overtime all the time.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Don, we don't pay extra for overtime, so I'm
just want to let you know.
All right.
Hey,
we're all long-winded here, so 3 minutes is pretty good.
I'm going to say this, Don. Thank you for last minute.
No problem.
You were able to answer the
problem.
call. We appreciate that. Keep your phone handy. We might get another call, okay? So it's been great. Jerry, you came back. We appreciate that. And
I went across the frozen tundra out there and made it here just in the nick of time before the
40 ice star.
The death ice star hits.
All right, I think it's time to say goodnight, Jerry.
Right. Well, I guess since I was late, I'll take us out of here for our executive producer, Kayla Hersey, and Rick Fletcher, my great co-host and host tonight, and Don Tincher for stepping in. I'm Jerry Middleton, and you know what? It's been another good night.